There's the Milky Way core. It just did become visible like maybe an hour ago. It was cloudy literally all night long. Sun's starting to come up a little bit here. All right, so just got done with first night of Astro out here in Death Valley. And it was interesting. I got here, I came straight from Vegas, and I got here at 11:30 p.m. and the skies were kind of clear, but the core wasn't up, of course. And then by midnight, it was just completely overcast. Like, couldn't see a single star. Then it stayed that way, and it was real windy. It stayed that way all the way until about 3:45. About 3:45 or so is when it just kind of suddenly cleared up, and I was able to get off maybe, I don't know, I maybe got off 10 shots or so, tracked, and then I got off, some singles and a few time lapses, but the clouds were kind of coming in and out the whole time too. So, I'm here at Zabreski Point, and I'm just glad I got something out of this whole thing. I was sitting there really worried. There was a real nice couple that I met up here that were doing Astro too when I first got here, but they left maybe 30 minutes before it cleared up. But anyway, now it looks almost mostly clear out here now. Of course, it's blue hour, but I'm gonna stay for the sunrise and then head on back to the place and get some sleep. I'm just really thrilled that I got some Milky Way. I really wanted to do a pano here. I really wanted to do all kind of different things here, but after about an hour of complete cloudiness, I'm just super thrilled that I could even see the Milky Way at all. So, good night. Hopefully we'll have some better skies tomorrow night. Here at the place I'm staying at in Amagrosa Valley. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's beautiful desert landscape here. I just woke up, slept from I think I got in the bed about 9:30, and it is now, let's see, now about almost noon. So I probably will sleep a lot better tomorrow. But anyway, I'm about to head to Alabama Hills. I've got a little Airbnb, a little cabin thing there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get there, unload all my stuff, and then just go scout out all the locations for Alabama Hills there, and just kind of get a game plan for tonight. Like, I'm gonna do, a pano here. I want to do this composition with this rock here. Kind of map it out a little bit, and try to figure out what I'm gonna do right when it gets dark. Probably star trails or something. So yeah, and in Lone Pine, which is where Alabama Hills is, there's some restaurants there too. So I'm gonna actually get something like for real to eat, because I ate some soup this morning at like 8. It was okay, but anyway, starting to warm up now. Sun is hot, so a lot of clouds. I haven't even checked the weather. after last night, I'm just like, what's the use in checking the weather? I mean, I'm gonna go out there no matter what anyway, especially after last night, because last night it was cloudy the whole night, totally clouded out until like 3:45, 3:50, and there was about 20-minute window where it was, had a little Milky Way shot, and I edited just a stack. I think it was like maybe a stack of 5 for the sky, and it looked great. So I'm really super thankful that I got something last night, but I have more hopes for tonight. Taking a little shortcut off the pavement on the trail shortcut, saving me about 30-40 minutes. So why not? Got nowhere to be, nothing to do. It's really pretty out here too. Hopefully the road is right. I'm putting all of my trust and hope in Google Maps, so we'll see. So I drove 3 hours from Death Valley to here. I just stopped and ate at diner type place. So it's 4:38. I think now that I'm pretty sure I know where I'm gonna come tonight, I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Take a little quick nap. I'm just gonna probably try to do a pano tonight. If the weather's clear. Look at all these rock formations to choose from. Some panos and a mosaic with my 35 millimeter. Look at the mountains. Mount Whitney, tallest peak in lower 48 states right here. It's gorgeous. Good night. All right. Well, it ended up being a awesome night. About 1:45, 10 till 2, it just completely cleared up and has been crystal clear for the last 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. So I did a tracked pano, just 1 minute exposures, tracked pano. I did some 14 millimeter, just standard tracked with H alpha filter and without. And then I did a mosaic with the 35 millimeter, a huge mosaic, like very overlapping, hopefully to get a lot of data in there, or I can really stretch the crap out of that image. Anyway, all that to say, pretty excited. Got a lot of foregrounds, got 2 time lapses. I just did foregrounds until it felt like my back was about to just kind of go out on me. So that's when I stopped. So, and it's about to be nautical twilight. Nighttime's about to be over and I'm about to start packing up. Great second night. Here is the place that I was staying in Lone Pine. I'm just getting packed up and getting ready to head out to the racetrack in Death Valley. I think it's about a 3-hour drive, between 2.5 and 3 hours, depending on which way I go. So, gonna drink a Red Bull, but also just finished my time lapse. So, yeah, off to racetrack. Here we are at the racetrack. Drove off-road a lot to get here. A couple hours it took in the Jeep. Like, pretty, I mean, I'm not a overlander per se, but to me it was pretty serious off-roading. There was a couple times I got a little worried, but we made it. You can see the moon setting right here. And right now it's pretty clear. There's a few little high, thin clouds. I'm hoping there's just nothing tonight. I'm hoping it's just crystal clear. But I've already taken some Blue Hour focus stack foregrounds of the sailing stones out here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty, I mean, as in temperature, it's cooled off a lot really quick. As soon as that sun goes down, especially here in the desert, it just, the temperature just drops. So, yeah, this place is breathtakingly beautiful. I saw one car at the entrance way back there, a couple miles from me. Saw some people there looking like they were camping, but I'm expecting to be out here by myself tonight because anybody would get out here before dark. I would never drive those trails that I just drove in the dark. That would be quite foolish. But, and the racetrack is a little bit smaller actually than kind of what I had in my mind. But I'm about to drive down like half a mile and there's this little rock island out there. And I'm gonna go take some Blue Hour foregrounds of it. So I wanna do a pano where that rock island is kind of in the middle of the pano. So here we go. Just got done with night 3 here at the racetrack, and it went pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. Had some just different weird things happen. Again, first off, clouds. Started the night out with 0 clouds, and I put a Star Trail camera out on Star Trail duty, and about 12 o'clock or so, some clouds rolled in, but I don't think they messed the Star Trail thing up. What did mess the Star Trail camera up is a mouse or something chewed the intervalometer wire and just chewed it up as it was connected to the camera, and they chewed it up. They would have had to, I guess they climbed up on the camera. I mean, I don't know, because I had it elevated off the ground, and where they chewed it, they would have had to have been on the camera somehow. I don't know. Anyway, it was kind of funny, but the Star Trail camera went from like 9 p.m. to like 2, so I probably got enough. About 12 o'clock, about midnight, some clouds rolled in, so I was gonna start shooting RAW with my Racetrack 135, but it was just too cloudy. So I got in the Jeep, and I had started my time lapse on the slider, doing my a slider time lapse on the racetrack. And then I just, about midnight, after I got all that set, since it was cloudy, I just got in the Jeep and I just took about an hour nap, and I kept waking up every little while, just looking and see what the clouds were doing. Finally, as per usual for this trip, it seems like about 2:45, 3 a.m., the core, around the core, that whole side of the arch just cleared up. So I slapped on my 16 millimeter and I did some just regular standard Milky Way core shots, and then I did with some H alpha filtered shots too, and then I put my 35 millimeter on and did some mosaic shots. There's some clouds in there a little bit, but it gave that star glow fog filter effect without having to use one, so that was kind of cool. So all that to say, I did review the time lapse on the slider, and that was worth driving. Just that was worth driving out here 2.5 hours off road, easy. So it seems like the time lapses are doing a lot of heavy lifting on this trip because of the clouds. And I'm stingy with clouds, I'll admit it. Like, I know you get clouds. This is what happens, but I kind of worry about it a lot, stress over it. But when you have a time lapse and the clouds going in and out of the time lapse, I mean, it's pretty cool effects. So I feel like, the last couple nights, the time lapse has really taken front and center and kind of, been the star of the show. So I'm about to finish packing up, wait on the sunrise, and then driving on out. I'm trying to think. What all I'm going to carry out here is basically what I'm trying to find now. It's been raining as I'm walking out here, so that's usually not a great sign. Astro usually don't go setting it up in the rain. Just checking my, how's this see? I mean, it's 2 o'clock before it gets beyond that mountain. So I really probably need to go way up here. Because back at the parking lot, there's just no way you can, you can't, you're just right up against that mountain. So I'm gonna have to bring everything in my pack, which is probably gonna limit what I'm gonna be able to do, because I'm not gonna be able to bring everything, obviously. Probably won't have four cameras going this time. Now I could do the Star Trails camera pointing north, And I could have it probably, wouldn't have to be all the way out here for that one. I could just have it somewhere over there near the parking lot. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Got a pretty good sunset happening here. Burner about to happen. I got a time lapse going on it right there. That should tell you how beautiful I think this place is that I am shooting during the daytime, which never happens. I do not take pictures during the day, but this is so incredible that I had to make an exception for this. I'm at Badwater Basin. I found a better spot than the normal park off. It's just like maybe a mile down the road, and I'm back further away from the mountain now too. So like I don't have near as far to walk, and where this is, all the crystal formations are bigger and better because people haven't walked all over them. Whenever I'm going to walk, I'm going to try to dodge the little things and not crush them down and stuff. Anyway, I've just eaten dinner and I'm about to get ready to go out there and take some blue hour foregrounds. It's still pretty cloudy, but it's finally starting to clear up. It was raining earlier. But yeah. So, starting to cool off a little bit too. It's hot. It is hot out here. It's weird because a couple nights ago in Alabama Hills, I was freezing. It was probably mid 30s or so. I mean, I had, thermals on, had hand warmers going, my down jacket, toboggan, all that. Now I'm burning up, sweating. So anyway, I think it's gonna be a good night. Basically, I'm gonna set a time lapse up just a little ways out, not real far out, and then for my track sky and foregrounds, I'll go like a pretty good little ways out. So, all right. There we go, now some folks. A few lingering clouds. Stars are starting to come out though. It's really beautiful here. Finally cooled off a little bit. So, yeah, so kind of reflecting on the whole trip. This is the last night. I'm hoping this is going to be the best night, but I've only had one partially clear night, basically. And that night at Alabama Hills, like it cleared up at about 2:30. The other two nights I was able to even get any shots. It was like it cleared up at like 3:30 or 4. When I was at the racetrack, it was like 4 o'clock. I had about 15-20 minutes with the core, and there was still like a few clouds kind of towards the bottom of it, but I still managed to get a shot off. And
then last night was completely clouded out. It's been a weird trip as far as just like, I haven't really been able to like normally, you know, if I have 4 or 5 nights clear in a row, it's like I'm just cranking it out. You know, I always have a plan going into the night as far as like, I'm going to do this time lapse. I'm going to shoot tracked images with 20mm and the 14mm or whatever. You know, I always had that all planned out. And everything I have planned out for each night, I've never been able to do any of it, hardly. I've just had to settle for, well, let me just get, you know, 5 tracked images off with my 16mm if I'm lucky because of the clouds. All that to say, it hasn't been a bad trip. Like, I've really enjoyed it. And especially like during the daytime, like just how beautiful this place is. It's incredible. And just the whole adventure of it all. And I love traveling and seeing new places. But as far as just purely Astro is concerned, it's not been a very productive trip. I've tried, you know. I mean, there's a couple of nights where I was just sitting out there in the clouds, just praying that it'll break for a little bit, which it did. So I've definitely had better Astro trips. But I mean, that's just, you know, this is just part of it. It's the name of the game. You know, you got to deal with the weather. You got to deal with adverse conditions. There's a part of astrophotography and all photography where improvisation, you know, where you've got to change with the conditions. You got to improvise with what conditions you got. You can't just bank on the fact that you'll always have the conditions you want, because that may not always be the case. So it's been a really great trip. I've definitely got to come back out here and get some more clear nights in a row. So hopefully I'll be able to do that in the next few years. I'm hopefully going to be going to Utah again, maybe in September of this year, or maybe Colorado, I don't know, one of those 2 places. So I feel like it would be bad juju to just turn around and come back to the same exact place again. Like, I want to keep seeing new places. Eventually I'll come back here, but it may be a couple of years. But yeah, it's been a good trip. And yeah, all that to say, it's been, you know, different and had to deal with the weather, but still happy and grateful that I had the chance to come out here.